Attention passionate San Francisco 49ers fans. Latest news, something big is happening in the NFC West and it could change the game. We're talking about a direct impact on San Francisco 49ers' path to another Super Bowl run, a power shift that could leave a division rival stumbling for years. We're bringing this to you firsthand. But before that, if you're a true San Francisco 49ers fan, subscribe to the channel to strengthen this passion even more. Show that you're also part of this family. Let's help each other reach 1,000 subscribers. Share with your FRINDS and San Francisco 49ers fans. Let's get to the news. Alright, folks, buckle up, because today we're diving deep into a story that could reshape the NFC West and quite possibly the entire NFC landscape. Rumors are swirling around a potential blockbuster trade that involves none other than A.J. Brown, the star wide receiver from the Philadelphia Eagles. Now, I know what you're thinking. A.J. Brown to the 49ers. Is that even possible? Well, folks, in today's NFL, nothing is impossible, especially with the way teams are willing to shake things up to chase that ultimate goal, the Super Bowl. The San Francisco 49ers, after a season that left many fans feeling a bit uneasy, are looking for ways to reassert their dominance. Last year, they finished with a 6-11 record, which was definitely below expectations for a team with such a talented roster. But the good news is, this roster is still packed with talent, and the front office is known for being aggressive when it comes to making moves. Now, the 49ers have Christian McCaffrey, Trent Williams, and a solid core of players returning for 2025. But there's one glaring issue that's been holding them back, at least offensively, that could be resolved with a single bold move. And that move, potentially, could be acquiring A.J. Brown. Looking at the wide receiver room last season, it was clear that the 49ers were missing that elite WR1 to truly elevate their offense. Brandon Ayuk showed flashes of brilliance, but his inconsistency and injury troubles last year didn't help. Deebo Samuel, who was such a dynamic force in previous seasons, was traded away. And John Jennings, while a reliable role player, is exactly the kind of game changer you want leading your receiving core. The injury that Ayuk suffered last year also played a part in limiting the offense's explosiveness. So, if the 49ers are serious about making a splash this offseason, bringing in someone like A.J. Brown could be exactly what they need to reboot their aerial attack and make a serious run in 2025. Now, let's talk about Brown himself. The guy has been nothing short of impressive over the last few years. He's a player who can stretch defenses, make contested catches, and consistently rack up yards after the catch. Since entering the league, he surpassed 1,000 receiving yards in each of the last 3 seasons, and even in a year limited to just 13 games, he still managed to post over 1,000 yards. His last full season in 2023 at age 26 was particularly outstanding: 106 receptions, 456 yards, and 7 touchdowns. Those are elite numbers, and if he can come anywhere close to that in San Francisco, the 49ers offense instantly becomes one of the best in the league. Imagine the possibilities with McCaffrey lined up alongside him, creating mismatches all over the field. But let's not ignore the elephant in the room, the possibility of Brown being traded away from the Eagles. While it might seem shocking at first, it's not out of the realm of possibility. Philadelphia, under the leadership of Howie Roseman, has always been a team willing to make bold moves. Roseman has a reputation for pulling off big trades that bolster the team's chances of winning now. And with Brown turning 28, this could be the last window for the Eagles to capitalize on his prime years and secure a valuable first-round pick in return. There's even been chatter, a little behind-the-scenes whispering, about the Eagles possibly moving Brown if the right deal comes along. In fact, during the draft, there was speculation about Philadelphia trading Brown to the Patriots to move up and grab a star pass rusher like Abdul Carter. While that specific scenario might not come to fruition, it shows that the Eagles are open to exploring trades that make sense for their long-term strategy. If the Eagles were to trade Brown, they'd be looking for a haul, probably a first-round pick in 2026, a second-rounder in 2027, plus additional Day 3 selections. That kind of package would give them flexibility and depth, especially as they look to retool their roster. So why would the 49ers be so interested? Well, because they're in a win-now window. After a few seasons of good but not great playoff runs, San Francisco needs that extra edge to push them over the top. Their current roster, led by the likes of Christian McCaffrey and Trent Williams, is built to compete, but they lack that one player who can take the top off defenses and dominate the secondary, exactly what A.J. Brown can do. If we look at the big picture, acquiring A.J. Brown would be a game-changer for San Francisco. It would give them a true WR1 who can consistently beat man coverage, make contested catches, and contribute in the red zone. With Brown, the 49ers' passing game would become much more balanced and dangerous, allowing Kyle Shanahan to dial up even more creative plays. It's a move that could elevate the entire offense and help them contend once again for a Super Bowl. And speaking of Super Bowls, let's consider the current odds. FanDuel has the 49ers with -205 odds to make the playoffs in 2025, pretty solid, but they're still behind teams like the Eagles, Chiefs, and Bills in Super Bowl betting odds. Adding Brown could significantly boost their chances, possibly putting them in the same conversation as those elite teams. With a receiver of his caliber, San Francisco's offense could be transformed into a juggernaut, capable of putting up points against any defense in the league. Now I know there are still questions. Will the Eagles actually trade Brown? What would the 49ers have to give up? And how would this affect team chemistry? All valid points. But the NFL has shown us time and again that bold moves often define seasons. If there's even a slight chance that this trade could happen, the 49ers must be all in. They have the pieces, they have the motivation, and most importantly, they have a coaching staff led by Kyle Shanahan that's always looking for that extra edge. So 49ers fans, keep your eyes peeled because this story isn't over yet. If Brown is traded, it could be one of the biggest offseason moves in recent memory, and it would set the stage for an exciting 2025 season. Imagine a lineup with McCaffrey, Brown, and Ayuk. Talk about firepower. The division rivals would have to be shaking in their boots, knowing that the Niners are not just back, but they're better than ever. Pause here just for a second. If you want the YouTube algorithm to keep recommending the latest San Francisco 49ers news to you, it's super important that you leave a like on this video. Go ahead, it's quick and it makes a big difference. Thank you. Now let us continue with the big reveal. As we wrap up today's deep dive, I want to emphasize that this potential trade isn't just about adding a star. It's about changing the narrative of the NFC West, about asserting dominance in a competitive league that's always evolving. The 49ers have a chance to make a statement this offseason, and acquiring A.J. Brown could be the move that catapults them back into Super Bowl contention. And now, San Francisco 49ers fans, I want to hear from you. What's your take on this? Do you think the 49ers should go all in and pursue A.J. Brown if he becomes available? Would you be willing to part with some draft capital for such a game-changing player? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Your opinion matters so much to us and to the San Francisco 49ers. And don't forget, I'll be back soon with more updates, so stay tuned for the latest San Francisco 49ers news. Thanks for watching, and as always, go Niners!